Our next guest is a true creative force from the Bahamas. He's a singer, actor, mentor, and environmental advocate who uses his talents to inspire positive change, showing through his acts and the way he lives his life that creativity can be a powerful force for good. Born and raised on Grand Bahama, Javan Hunt is a Bahamian singer-songwriter, environmentalist, an author whose work blends creativity, community, and environmental advocacy. He began performing in church choirs and stage productions at the Regency Theatre, including Ain't Misbehavin' and The Music Man, sparking a lifelong passion for storytelling through song. Beyond music, Javan has spent over a decade mentoring young people through programs like the Youth Environmental Ambassador Initiative and Save the Bays. In 2025, he was named a Sea Change Fellow and is a Caribbean Culture Fund grantee for his project Roots and Rhythms Sound the Shift, which uses music and storytelling to inspire environmental awareness. Javan is also the author of a book, continuing his mission to inspire creativity, leadership, and intentional living. Well, it's a pleasure to be here at Conservation Cove with none other than Mr. Javan Hunt. Welcome to Northern Vibes.
Well, thank you for having me.
Now, I have to preface my conversation by saying I am a huge fan of yours. Absolutely love your song. Put it in the trash, my guy. Sing a little bit. Sing a little bit.
Put it in the trash, my guy. Not on the ground, not on the beach, not in the bush, not on the streets. Yeah. She got it.
Awesome. Now, Javan, of course, you wear many hats. Of course, you're a music artist, but you also found a way to blend your creativity with environmental stewardship. Tell us how those two passions came together for you.
At first, I was like any other artist. I just was making music according to how I felt, and I stumbled, like almost literally stumbled into conservation. And I started being a mentor for the Youth Environmental Ambassadors with Save the Bays and Waterkeepers. And through that, and through teaching them values and leadership exercises, I was like, wait a minute. I could kind of push these two together. And so I was listening to what's out there, and it was mostly cheesy, but I didn't really like it. It wasn't my style. So I was like, well, I could do this. And that's how I came up with Put It in the Trash and the Mangrove Song and a couple other things, you know? So that's how that came about. The point is for this to be an outdoor learning facility. Like classrooms come here, groups come here, and we want to encourage them to grow in their backyard and bring it to their community.
But you, of course, had a childhood rooted in nature. Tell us how your childhood helped shape your love for the environment.
Well, I have older parents, and all older parents, like in the evening time, you got to go out and weed. You got to go in the field. And so I was always outside more than I was inside. It was only when things really changed and the internet started coming about and we get cable that I was inside more than outside. Right. And as I get older, I realized that these young ones, they inside. They don't know but outside.
No, they don't.
At all. So for me, I was like, no man, we got to do something with that. And so through the leadership program, through the youth program, and being outside and doing so much stuff, I was like, I got to do something. And the got to do something was working with waterkeepers, was taking students out, was teaching them environmental stuff and the radio show. So it just snowballed and it became something bigger and bigger. So I stumbled, but it just took on a life of its own. Anywhere mangroves are, animals tend to flock to it.
Really?
Yes. So you'll see lizards, you'll see snails, you see bees stopping by because they just walk down it to get to the water.
Yeah.
And things
Spider.
that most people afraid of, like frogs. Like you'll see.
What is it about the environment that you love so much you want to relish in it?
Well, like everybody else, when I was younger, I would want it to be everywhere else but here. And when I was everywhere but here, I miss home. I miss going on the beach. I miss being outside and having fresh air. I miss having grass to walk on, you know? And so it made me feel like, nobody. I'm a Bahamian born and bred, and I need to embrace that. So that kind of led me into that, like being every place else. Let me have a greater appreciation for home.
And And of course, you performed in several productions, right? The
Yeah,
Lion King,
Lion
Raisin
King.
in the Sun.
Yeah.
How did you performing in those productions help you creatively?
I, believe it or not, I was shy. I had severe stage fright. So when me and my sister would go around to sing, we would end up fighting on stage everywhere we go.
Really?
Yes. And she would just stop singing and be like, "You better sing." So for me, my turning point, the catalyst was, let me go someplace where I could just develop a little bit, and so the Regency Theater became that for me. Um, when they find out, oh, you could sing, oh, you run your playing, so they put me on stage and I had to develop that, and which led to me getting more confidence when I go out. I still have nerves, but I just know how to deal with it.
So did you come from a family of singers, or
Yeah, family of
really?
singers.
Oh yeah.
Like my sisters sing. I have uncles who play instruments. God rest their soul, they played instruments, and everybody was just musical. So when a family get together, somebody on the piano, somebody singing, and they can force you to sing.
And you mentioned your mentorship. Why would you say working with young people is so important to you?
It's important because someone poured into me. One of my greatest musical mentors was Gloria McGlowan from the Regency Theater, and she put me through my paces. She helped me to see, like, okay, if this is what you want to do, you need to be about it. And so now when I see a lot of these young kids growing up, they don't, their mentors are all somewhere else. They looking up to these celebrities when all us right here, heroes right here locally. So I just said, let me pour into you, people who are interested in doing this. Let me talk to you. Let me give you some, put you up on game, and let me just talk to you about the environment, why I love being a Bahamian, and hopefully, inspire that in them.
Definitely. And when I thought about contacting you to bring you on the show, I saw that you started the year off with your 100 Acts of Kindness
Yeah,
movement.
yeah,
That
yeah.
is some true dedication. Why do you
Whew.
think, as Bahamians, we should just take care of the environment?
Man, listen, um, my old lady and my family used to always tell me, you clean up your house first, right? And like I say, I spend a lot of time outside, and outside was spent, go pick up that trash, go weed this, go do that, which I didn't even realize that was in me, And so when I came out and be picking up trash, or when I come out and be just, if I see something, I'm doing it, I didn't realize that was instilled in me. So I wanted to then turn around and instill it in them because they walking past garbage and things like they don't see it. Like blinders on, they don't see this.
Right.
So I'd be like, hey, pick that up. Let's do this. So it led me to say one of my give backs is 100 acts of kindness because I want to inspire people to look at what your surroundings, take care of your environment. Like if you don't have this island, where you going? You can't go in somebody else's country talking, but
Right.
that's yours.
Right.
You get chased home. You see what's happening now. So I really want, I really want them to have ownership. Like to say, let me keep my place clean from Bahamian pride. Because we proud people, we good people. So I want them to be able to see your environment and say, that's mine, take ownership, and maybe you wouldn't allow, people to come here and trash it.
Right. And would you say you have been successful, with movements like that one and other initiatives that you put on? Have you been successful with inspiring other Bahamians to take care of their environment?
Man, sometimes the issue and the problem, especially with littering, seems so huge. Just today alone, we had a group, a university group, Bonaventure University, come through, and they wanted to do something. So I had them here planting, and I was like, let's go pick up some trash. So today, for an hour, they picked up trash and it was like about 400 pounds. I don't like, it's so much work sometimes I don't see the positive in it because it just seemed like it's never ending work. But if I could get one student to tell their parents, hey, mommy, don't throw that away or don't do that, then I feel like that's a success. And we have been seeing that. Students come to us and parents come to us, say, but what you teaching these children? Because now they telling me, don't do that or don't do this. So I think it's seeping into the homes. Yeah.
And tell us about the book that you wrote.
Woo! So I wrote a book, From Stuck to Unstoppable.
Right.
It came about because I felt stuck. It was a point in my life where I felt stuck. And here I am teaching these children about building your life off of your values. And I wasn't doing that. And here I am telling them, like, okay, organize your life according to your values. Because if you say family is important, are you spending time with your family? I wasn't doing none of the values what I was teaching them about. And so I was like, let me sit down and just organize my life so that I could have a better trajectory. And that's what led to me writing this book. I ain't saying I'm perfect or got it down pat, but it did help me clean up a lot of gray areas where it was just so ambiguous. Like, how are you spending this block of time? Instead of scrolling on Instagram, my thumb hurting from scrolling so much, I was like, well, let me take that time to focus on the things that I say I want to do, like music. If I want to get better with it, I need to write more. So I started focusing that time, and I've seen a big jump in my productivity. So I figure if it could work for me, it could work for somebody else.
How many songs would you say you've written to date?
Whew.
And what is your favorite one?
See, now you're done. And I know the answer to that too. So I would say to date, I've written at least 150 songs. A lot of that I published under my own musical group of whatever, but I also write music for Sync. Sync is music for TV and movies and all that stuff, and I work with other people. So I've written at least 80 plus songs in the past 2 years for that. And the stuff that I've released personally, I would say is maybe about 15 to 20 songs personally. And my favorite is, I'm Bahamian and proud, that's us, out loud, that light inside of me, I can be anything that I want. Yeah, so that's my favorite. That's giving me goosebumps. See? That's giving me goosebumps. For real, man, that's giving me goosebumps because I write from a place of, I want to write my own experience. I don't want to talk about nothing I know nothing about. So for me, I'm Bahamian. That was me putting my stamp on. I feel like my career started at that when I made that declaration that I'm Bahamian and proud. You know, so that's my favorite.
And of course, one of your proudest moments, you received a grant to write an environmental album. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I applied and I figured like, why not? Because why not? And it was to write an environmental album between me and a Caribbean partner. So my fellow partner who's helping me write this is from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So the two of us got together and we're gonna do a 5-song album that's supposed to be released in either April or May. And so far we're really good. Like it should be soon finished. And I want y'all to, to help me promote the vibe.
How can we get our hands on it?
So I will send you the information. As soon as we get everything packaged up, I could send you the information and you could take it from there.
Awesome. And lastly, what is next for you?
Well, more environmental work because I started this and it's now the ball is rolling and I'm getting more opportunities and networking. So I'm still writing songs for TVs and movies, got a little bit of success there. And I call myself, I am a storyteller. So telling the Bahamian story is what I will do. So that's probably next for me, other forms of telling that story.
Awesome. Thank you so much for all that you do, preserving our environment and being a proud Bahamian.
That's right. That's right.